Hey guys, so it's Andy. We are today at a playground playing with the kids, having some good time. Last episode we were talking about how good it is to have time off the kids, and today we are at a playground with them. We are on an adventure and we are growing in areas we never thought we needed to grow. Anger management, for example.
Oh yeah. Never knew I could get that angry.
Yeah, let's talk about anger. So what I realized is that being angry with kids has a lot to do with expectations. Whenever I have expectations on them and they are not meeting those expectations, I get frustrated. That is anger. And I realized if you want to get better at anger management, you have to lower your expectations or tweak them. There are two stories in the Bible that helped me a lot to cope, to grow in this area. The first story is of the father who lets his son run away from home after giving him his inheritance. This father is not getting angry. And I'm like, what the heck? Why is he not getting angry? The son says, you're dead to me. Give me everything that I will get anyways one day, and I want to leave you forever. And he leaves, and the father is not putting up a fight or a discussion or an argument. He just lets him go. And that is love, in a way, that lets the person deal with the consequences. Of course, we cannot do that with our kids in that sense, but once they will grow up, and we will have to love them this way, where we let them go when they want to go. That's the first thing that I learned. And the second story is from Maria and Martha, where Jesus is hanging out at their place, and Martha is getting super angry with Mary because she's hanging out with Jesus and not helping in the kitchen. Martha has the expectation to get help. Aww. Martha has the expectation to get help in the kitchen, and that is what triggers her and makes her angry. Expectations. So we have to work on our expectations and just control what we can control, which is ourselves, and that helped us a lot, me a lot, to get less and less angry. What are you doing to calm yourselves down? How are you managing your anger with kids? It's an important topic, and I think no one talks about it. Like, I never knew I could get so angry. I exploded, I yelled, I would even hit the ceiling of the car. I didn't know I had that in me, but kids have the ability to trigger you to go from 0 to 100 in 0.0001 microseconds. Milliseconds. You know what it is. Okay, babe, let's talk a bit more about anger. What are the top three suggestions you have for people who are dealing with anger?
Have a plan. I think you should imagine how you want to react when you're angry. So have a plan for that. Maybe you want to count to 10 or go out of their way, or I don't know, say something to yourself, or say maybe I love you to your kid and not really react. Just want to get ready to go on from 20 times
It's absolutely normal to get angry. It's a human emotion, and I think coming to terms with the fact that you can get angry is very important. I had to learn that I'm getting angry, and I didn't even know that I can get so angry. It's funny how in every season of life you have other challenges, and it's like the challenge that I had when I was younger have been swapped out with new challenges. And anger is one of the biggest. This is a close community, and it's just you and us. Why don't you drop us a few lines? We would like to hear from you what you did to calm down when you were angry, and maybe you have good advice for the community of our friends. Like, how do you handle anger? What are you doing to communicate expectations? for those of you that don't have kids, like what would you do if you get really, really angry with kids? How would you deal with it? Babe, the colors are amazing, aren't they?
I think so.
By the way, I could not have done that with any other partner on the planet. Anna and I, we are in this together, and we're good partners. Like, we're both strict. Knowing what we know now, like going into this adoption thing, it is a stress test for marriage, and it is a stress test for life. And I think without God and without the support of you, friends, we wouldn't have been able to make it that long.
And family.
And family, yeah.
Crystal, 36,000 liters.
Are you stuck?
Yeah.